Hello and welcome to Easy Like Sunday Morning. It is a restorative yoga practice. You will need 2 blankets. So pause this and run and get those if you need them. But if you're ready, let's get started. So you're going to make your way onto the floor. And I would stack up, as you're seated, stack up 2 blankets. And if you don't have like a thick blanket like this, you can always use pillow cushions today. Cushions or pillows, either one. But you're going to have a little bit of a stack here, okay? Now, move your tush semi-close to it. It doesn't have to be all the way. Because essentially we're going to drape our knees over this. So you're going to roll them back. And find your knees just draping over the blankets. Heels are heavy. You take a few deep breaths in and out. Just massage your shoulders kind of under you. Let your arms be out to the sides. Perhaps it will even feel good here to just cactus arm. Letting those arms just open and let your belly feel exposed, the front of the body expansive and spacious. Now, if this position has you feeling a little too vulnerable, it is lovely to have a third blanket because you can drape the third blanket over your abdomen. And that can help your sympathetic nervous response settle down and help your deep abdomen feel like it is protected and your body can relax. You stay here and breathe. Nice and steady with the breath. The practice today is, in fact, incredibly restorative. We'll only do about 6 poses, which means your body will be able to really simmer in each shape. And your mind may begin chattering. Perhaps you're thinking of the things you need to do, conversations, tasks. See if you can allow all of those things to coagulate. And let them gather and let them link up to one another and just create this mass, if you will. And as you exhale, imagine breathing it out. Your eyes can close if you're comfortable with that, or just soften your gaze, stare at a space. Notice any sensations in the deep belly starting to soften. Allowing your breath to deepen there. Begin this sensation, if you will, in today's practice of moving your organs, creating space with your breath, feeling the organs shift and lift and then settle with the breath. This gentle movement deep within your visceral cavity will help your lymphatic pockets that sit all throughout the body move any sludge and get those lymphatic rivers flowing again. We're going to move into our next pose. So all you need to do, you can keep one blanket under your knees, but you're going to need to grab the other blanket, so just one blanket. Now if you have a cushion or something instead of a blanket, in this case it's going to be a little tricky. So I would say grab a strap or maybe even a sweatshirt, long socks, etc. But the rest of us are going to take this one blanket. We're going to create a burrito roll with it. So now this gives us some more space. We're going to bring one foot up, put it into that burrito roll. We're going to hold on to the edges of it and then let the other leg settle down. Now, while you're here, you're going to curl those fingers into that strap and the blanket, and you're going to get heavy through the arms. There's a duality happening here. As the foot settles into the blanket and creates that length to the sky, the back side of the body can settle into the earth, the hips get heavy, the hands will start to get heavy, the shoulders are stretching. But all of this is creating expansion in the body. And if you find that it's really sticky to keep your leg up here and hold it, I would encourage you to just floss that leg with your breath. So that's just a gentle bend of the knee towards your chest, not your heel towards your butt. So bend the knee towards the chest and stretch. Pretty simple. And you'll just do that with your breath. If you can keep the leg up there, just do. I know that maybe your grip right now is starting to feel that contraction, and that's okay. See if you can stick with it, because you are going to need to open that pickle jar until you cross over. So let's keep that grip strength as much as we can. Breathe through it. Hold steady. You can even gently take the leg side to side if that takes your mind off the grip and helps open up the hip a little bit. Just keep it gentle. You can add any of these little nuances. Just a few moments, we're going to switch to the other side. Keep breathing. All right. I usually just bend the right knee a little bit, put the left foot in place of the right, send the left foot to the sky. Maybe this time you flip your grip, like I'm going to grab the other side of my blanket edges now, and that way I can flip my grip. And now that also works the rotators of the shoulder a little bit differently as well. So before you might have been an internal rotation, now you're an external rotation. You're at the shoulder head. So just hold on. Breathe. And again, if you need to floss the leg, you can. You can bend and straighten that leg. You can also play around with the ankle here a little bit too. When you come back to this practice next time, you can think about also doing a little stretch and flex of the ankle there in the strap or blanket. And just keep breathing. Settle your bones as much as possible. Now, I just filmed a bar class, and this feels kind of lovely after bar class. So if you're one of those folks who likes to do an hour workout, you could always do bar first and then something like this for a really extra nourishing session for your parasympathetic nervous system to calm down after your workout. All right, now we're going to bring this down. We're going to do one of my favorites. I would say take the blanket that you have in your hand, even if it's in a burrito roll, and you're just going to place it behind your head for this one. Okay, just at the base of the skull. We don't need a big support for the head. It's just sometimes nice to give it a little bit of elevation for this next one. As for the other blanket, you can just set it to the side for the moment. Keep it within reach. You don't want it to go too far, but just set it to the side. Now, take your legs, extend them out of the length of the mat, but put the right foot on the right edge of the mat. And then ask the left leg to come over and cross at the ankle. Now right away, you might already start to get a big stretch from the outside of the hip down the side of the leg through that IT band. You can stay right here if that's enough for you today, but you can also take your right hand out towards the end of that burrito roll and then shift and lift your head so that you create this banana shape with your body. You can use that blanket under your head as much as possible. I'm going to take my left arm up and over my head so I create this banana or crescent shape towards the right with my feet, my head, and my hands. But the left waist is still in the center of the mat. So create this banana and breathe. You're doing great. See if you can relax your feet. Relax any grip through the hands. Just see if you can melt your bones. As you breathe, nice and steady. In these pockets of time, it's always lovely to tune in with the body, show appreciation for it showing up for you today, maybe asking what it needs from you. Now, to ask that question, we're going to take it to the other side. So very gently let the left arm go first. Reposition your head to the center of the mat for the moment. Take your left foot off of the right, put the left foot on the left side of the mat. Ask the right foot to come up over and cross over the left ankle. Now again, if you get just enough stretch with this through the side body, outer hip, and IT band, you can stop right here. But if you'd like a little more, you can lift and shift your head towards the left. That right hand is kind of up by your head. Left hand, and then right hand is going to come up and over. And I usually let my left hand hold my right wrist. And now you're just creating this big crescent shape. Maybe even let your head roll towards the left. And you're going to breathe here. Notice any tension you might be holding through ankles, toes. Soften your bones. Allow your body to breathe deeply. It's an amazing gift that you're giving this body in this moment. You are stardust embodied. And the body holds so much of your intelligence and emotion, all that's happening on a subconscious level. When you take these moments, you're telling your body that you're willing to listen to it, and that you're willing to have trust in this relationship that you have with it. In the next few moments, we are going to set up for the next pose, which will be a Supta Baddha Konasana, a reclined bound angle. We'll need both blankets again for this. So, if you want to stay down and recline, you can just unroll your burrito a little bit, refold your blanket into its squares, and then you'll put that blanket to the side of the knee and the other blanket to the side of the knee. And then you're going to open those hips out to the side. Now, I'm pretty flexible. I have a hypermobility disorder, so I'm just was born this way. But you might find that you go to open your knees and you're way up here. And if that's the case, don't judge your body. Nothing's wrong. But just fold your blanket up and wedge it in there a little bit higher, because you want your thighs to feel supported in space. When your thighs can feel supported in space, then the hips can let go of their tension and the inner thighs can stretch with more ease. If you don't properly support these thighs on the outside, then everything here in the pelvic floor and inner thighs and hips are going to clench to try to protect your hip rotators. The body is always looking for stability first. So give it stability in the form of friendly blankets, and then the body will give you the mobility here where you're holding tension and tightness. So really breathe, let it go. And here again, if you don't need the rolls, you don't have to have the rolls, you could take it lower. But I do encourage you to use some form of bolster today just to give your body a little extra nourishment. It's not about reaching for your max today. It's not about going for your edge. It's about restoring into your center. So while you're here, just breathe. And once again, you can do a couple of things. You can take your arms out wide, palms up or palms down. Usually palms up is a spirit of receiving. Palms down is to ground. You can also come back into cactus arms here. I always highly recommend cactus arms nowadays. We spend so much time hunched over. And so when we are in a place where we can open up our spine with the support of the floor, then we find that we can restore the shape of some of those muscles in our back, the ones that get overly stretched and elongated and weakened in that state. We can pull everything back to center. We can shorten those muscles back into their natural state so that they can find their pliability and strength once more. Also, this opens up our chest. Lets those pec minors let go. Let the brachioradialis there in that armpit pocket breathe. And it also allows our chest to just stay open. Opens up the rotator cuff. And just take some nice deep breaths. Nice and steady. Take a few more deep breaths in and out here. Notice the weight of your head, your shoulders. Your hips, your feet. In the next few seconds, we are going to move into our next pose. And with this, it is a supported spine twist. So we're going to start with a twist towards the right. But to do that first, let's pull both knees up towards the center. And then let the right leg elongate. Okay, now your option here is to twist. You're just going to keep twisting. You don't have to come into cactus arms anymore, but you can bring arms down. You do want to keep the shoulders down. But you want to start to twist. You want to be able to twist and get into that knee. Now, again, you can fold this up a little bit higher. You can even bring your other blanket over and double stack it, because again, we want this knee to feel like it has something to rest on and that this thigh doesn't have to hold in space. If it does, then the inner thigh and the pelvis clench. We want this to feel like we can really open. So again, you can make this as high as you want so that we can focus on that space starting to open in the side body and in the lower back. You can even bend that bottom leg a little bit. And I like to take my right hand and place it on top of the left knee to also give it a little extra stability. And then just keep the shoulders down, breathing deeply. Letting your body find expansiveness through the lower back. Sometimes also here, you can double up the one and then double up the second one and put it under the foot. Sometimes with the foot dangling, that also can create some instability. So just find what feels good here. And continue to take those deep breaths in and out. See how much the shoulders can settle down and elongate through the chest. You might even want to look over your opposite shoulder. See if you can get those neck muscles to stretch and relax. You'll be in this beautiful spiral position. Continue to take nice deep breaths. Take one more deep breath in and out, and then spiral your body back around onto your back. Take a moment to reposition the blankets, so you'll bring them over to the other side. Maybe one, maybe both. The left leg will elongate down the length of the mat, and the right leg will come over. I like to rest the left hand on top of the right knee, and then open up that right chest wall. Let the palm fly open. And again, you can look over the right shoulder if that feels better. Get that big twist in. Nice and steady with the breath. Taking deep breaths in and out. Notice any tension you might be holding through hand, through foot, even through the eyebrows. Where is the body trying to keep any tension? Can you let it go? And let all of the body grow soft. Allow a few more breaths in this position. All right, we're going to set up for our final pose, which will also be a Shavasana pose. So instead of just lying flat today, we're going to go with legs up the wall. If you would prefer to just lie flat today, by all means, you can do that. Otherwise, we're going to take the blankets. If you're not near a wall, please stay as restorative and as calm as possible and just stay on the floor. But your blankets draped under your knees again, just like at the beginning in Shavasana there. No need to move across the room to a wall. But if you are close to a wall, you can use the wall to put your legs up the wall. And legs up the wall, I just rolled right onto the top of my blankets to elevate my hips, which takes pressure off the pelvic floor, and then legs straight up the wall. And this is a beautiful place to Shavasana. It's very restorative, but again, so is just lying on the floor with blankets under the knees or with your blanket under your head or on your belly, or no blankets at all. Find what feels the best for you. And then simply return to your breath. Notice the hips becoming heavy, the leg bones surrendering their weight. And the heavier the hips become, the more weighted and surrendered the legs. The easier you can breathe into your deep abdomen. And come back to the sensation of moving your organs, not with force, not with an over-exaggerated breath, but with an ease of breath. Feeling the natural ebb and flow, the lift and the lower, with the inhale and the exhale. Allow yourself these moments to offer gratitude and appreciation to your body. Noticing any sensations that may come up. Images, emotions. And let your body process them with every breath. Offer your body love and gratefulness. This was a practice of love, of grace, a gift, nothing to be earned, just the gift of ease. Breathe in deeply. Exhale. Very gently begin to wiggle through your fingers and through your toes. If your legs are up the wall, you can begin to walk them gently down the wall. And very carefully make your way onto your side. Once you're on your side, take a deep breath in and out. And if you're on your back, join us on your side. And everyone take another deep breath in and out. And then when you're ready, very gently start to make your way all the way upright. to a seated position, joining me here. And thank you for joining me today for this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to hear what you think about it in the community, so please let me know. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know there as well. I hope you have a beautiful day on purpose. As always, namaste.